My point is that we're educated in our generation. We know how to do the math, and we know how to do statistics. Mm-hmm. And what I'm doing right now is just showing you that compare and contrast who's getting the resources and who's not getting the resources.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to emphasize that point.
Well, it's a great point.
Doc Cheatham's quiet back there, but I'm following the lead of Doc Cheatham.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Doc, God bless you.
God bless you.
Allowed me to, in a sense, debate him, and Doc, like a good brother should do, he encouraged me to continue the good fight.
Yes, sir, and we do encourage you to, and thank you so much for calling as usual.
Thank you, Doc.
All right, be blessed. All right, thank you. Mark, welcome to Patrick Henderson's Meet the People. Do you have a question or comment, sir?
Hey, how y'all doing,
Hey,
man?
Mark, see, I heard you yesterday. You had a great show.
Y'all great leaders up there, man. I love y'all, but check this out. Women History Month, in 2017 on our black political show that we had with Roland Martin, Andrew Young, who was on the balcony with King when he was shot, and there was another gentleman there, and they were doing a business forum, and Andrew Young said this. He said, it was 2017. He said, come on into 2017. He said, when black women own 1.5 million businesses, $4.2 billion in assets, and the white man don't have his foot on our neck no more. You know, but the brother just hit it right on the head, guys. What we got going on right now in our community, Doc, you know, because of the addiction and all that kind of stuff, we got a lot of our young people out here that's in hard places. So we got to connect to success, Patrick, today. And the first session started at 9:30, but it's going to be at 9210 Park Heights Avenue, guys, the second floor. And what they're going to have, the second session starts at 3:30. And what they're going to have drug awareness, substance abuse, grief counseling, conflict resolution, job readiness training, HVAC, CDLs, automotive, drone, and culinary. That's going to be 9210, the training center, 9210 Park Heights Avenue, side entrance, parking lot entrance, and it starts. The second session starts at 4 p.m. today, guys.
Oh, it's today,
brother
and
Mark.
Ladies.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is this is open for women as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ages. Let me get an age because I forgot, y'all. It's ages 14. I'm sorry, ages 16 to 24.
Okay.
And they're going to be partnering with NCIA, Baltimore Brothers, Keys Development, who does mental health with young people, BCHD, and somebody. So, y'all, if anybody listening need any of that stuff, man, please go. Take your young ones, and so they can get some help, man.
Thank you, Mark, so much, and that's today.
I love y'all, Doc.
We love you
love
too.
you back.
You know what? Give us that location. Give us that location one more time.
Yes, sir. It's 9210 Park Heights Avenue, and it's that training center right there, that Park Heights Avenue Training Center, and it's a phone number. And look, I forgot this. Oh man, earn up to $400. I forgot that.
What you mean earn up to $400?
It says earn up to $400. 410-456-8923. 410-456-8923. I forgot that part. I think it was a stipend attached to the training, guys.
Oh, okay. Now that'll get some folks out. Unless y'all serving some fried chicken.
Hey, y'all take care, man. I'm gonna sit back and listen to y'all.
Thank you, Mark.
So bad.
All right.
All right, thank you. I'm trying. Let me
If
see.
it's fried chicken, I'll
Diane.
be there.
Yes. Lady Diane, how are you? Di?
Give it a second.
Hit it again.
Diane, no, get.
Diane, are you there? What am I doing wrong? It says on air. All right. Diane, are you there? Diane, are you there? Wow. I don't know what happened to her. Did she drop the line?
And we still have everybody else. Fran, you there? Lemitra, you there? We've lost everybody.
We lost everybody.
Can I make one quick suggestion?
Yes, go right ahead.
I think this is such an important month for not only our young ladies but also our young guys. I'd like to suggest that they go see, with the family, 2 movies, that they go see Hidden Figures and they go see Harriet. I think those would be 2 very instrumental movies for, and I'm not a movie enthusiast to the point to suggesting movies for movie's sake, but I think those 2 movies could help our kids understand how great they already are and that they can be.
That's when we integrated the restroom, because she had been sitting there all those years and I could go through a whole lot of stuff, and Sandra Banks, who was the first court clerk, and I was on the committee when it started out super clerk. It wasn't even court clerk. Wow. And then Sandra, we met. Sandra said if I would stay as a district as the deputy administrator of the Supreme Bench, then she would go as the court clerk. So many things that we have that we don't know about Hidden Figures in Baltimore.
There. I just read an article that said Baltimore really invented the culture of. In fact, we were the first state to acknowledge white people as white people. Don't get me started. Before that, they was just mongrels.
Diane, she should be up now.
Diane, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, now we can. Sorry about that.
I heard you. I heard the ladies. I heard Senator Robinson and Miss Fran.
It was a technical issue on our end.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to say you have a unique and a beautiful show today. I love the ladies. I learned so much history. I'm still learning history, women in history. I say once Black history, we continue to have it all year round, and women in history, especially Black women. And Senator Robinson is right. We have so much history we don't know about. We got people telling us, about Vernon welcoming them, but they don't tell us about the other people.
That's right.
That even in the school system, that the first Black in the school system in Baltimore City. A lot of our children don't know about that, but it's up to us to teach them. And I just want to say,
that's right.
Keep up the good work, Patrick and Senator Barbara Robinson. I love you. I miss you. But
she's ever present. She's
omnipresent. You on Patrick's show now. I can hear you on Patrick's.
In fact, I wish you would consider coming on every week. I'm going to talk to you about that because we need. I'm always trying to get a lady involved from a local perspective. My sister
we
Dina.
sound very chauvinistic.
Yeah, well,
and
Frances Glendenning, Governor Glendenning's wife, did a book. Women of Achievement in Maryland's History, and I'm in there, and some other women are included in there, and we need to talk about that. Have some of the women to look at who we are,
and then
Maryland.
to value them. That's the thing that gets me.
That's right.
That's the thing that gets me. I look at all these great writers and directors on Facebook now who are giving master classes, and you can't get in the classes because so many people are filling up and wanting to know why don't we come to our seniors. In Japan, they have what you call rent a grandparent because they value our seniors so much. Here, we want to put them in nursing homes or leave them to die and not care about them. A lot of that is because of the history of the relationship between the grandparent and the child. And
I had a good relationship with my grandparents, and I learned so much from them, and that's what we have to do. We have to teach our grandchildren. My grandson, oh my God, he got 2 grandmoms because the grandfathers are dead, but he adores us. I mean, we teach him and he teaches us, So we have to do that in our own families. We have to and then we have to spread it out to the community.
Yes, we absolutely do, Diane.
Because they don't know, so we don't expect them to know because they don't know. So we reintroduce. I must say that reintroduce it to the larger community.
Well, we got, and you know what? We got to talk to the grandparents about how they talk to the grandbabies.
Definitely.
See, that's the part that's missing. Because we got to talk to them because they think like the way they raised our parents. These young people ain't going for you calling me a knucklehead and expecting me to walk up to you and give you some sugar after you done called me stupid.
Sit down, shut up.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We've lost our screen here completely.
I want to say to Senator Barbara Robinson, I learned so much from you. I met you years ago with I think it's your book, Don't Cry for Me. I think you was doing a lecture.
Still I Cry.
Still I Cry. I love that book so much. and I learned
thank
so
you.
much from you, and that's why I continue to admire you, even before you got into political office and stuff. You let the women know that we can rise above our obstacles that that face us from life, as early childhood.
Yes, and you're a pioneer at it.
I just want to say thank you. I'm
Thank
giving
you.
Your flowers over the radio.
All right,
Thank you
Di.
so much.
Thank you so much. We got Taylor. Taylor, I think you're going to be our last call for the day. Oh, you have a question or comment? Taylor, welcome to Patrick Henderson's Meet the People.
Yes, Patrick, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay, let me,
You turn the radio down.
Patrick?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. No, I just wanted to make a couple of statements, and I don't want to take up a lot of your time. Thank you for this topic and this show, and ladies, thank you for coming in.
Yes. Thank you.
I was always taught
Absolutely.
that just like black people, there was a cover-up many years ago that they kept us down as a people, and as well, they covered up things about black women being powerful. There's a situation with, I believe, Cleopatra, and people correct me if my history is wrong, where Cleopatra married one of the Romans.
Yeah, was it Mark Anthony? Mark Anthony, yes, sir. Go ahead.
And I believe after that, they covered up a lot of the tombs and covered up a lot of our history at that time.
Yes, like the fact that she was black. Yeah, we'll keep going.
Right. So I think at that time there was a secret. I think a lot of us are familiar with the I think it's called Ankh, the symbol of the Ankh.
Yeah, A-N-K.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Symbol of
and
life.
part of that symbol symbolizes the wound.
Right.
And if we go back in history, it will show us that the black woman was always the one that should be in charge and should be in power.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Till patriarchy
but they
came
covered that
in, yes.
So they covered that up to create a whole new world and a world order at that time that men were in charge.
Yes, that's what
You
they
know,
did.
which is exactly wrong. You know,
All right,
but
listen, listen, Taylor. All right, listen.
real quick so I can get out your way. The black women that we can trace all of our roots back to.
Yes, the beginning of
course.
mankind. Yes,
And I want to give a shout out to my program, which is the Elite Power Angels, powerful girls that will become powerful women.
Well, is that a book?
and-
Is that's an organization?
Organization.
That's
Give
part of
it
my
again.
nonprofit May organization.
Say it one more time.
Elite Power Angels, part of the May organization, Grow Athletes program.
And how do people
and I
find it?
Well, I'll talk to you about that. We have a website, but that part's not on there.
All right,
So we'll
thank
get
you.
into that later.
Thank you, sir. God bless.
Thank you so much for your
Patrick,
time. Bye-bye.
Patrick, really quick. Fran, tell them what you said about women in power last night to me.
Thank you.
The women in power about
Where you were saying that,
stuff
who would
last
you
night.
call when you were in trouble?
Okay. So this is the deal. When I was little, my mom and my father were in the home. I grew up in a two-parent household until I was about 7. But when I was in trouble, I didn't call my father. My father put food on the table. He kept the roof over our head. But he wasn't the one that I called when I was in trouble.
Who did you
When
call?
I was in trouble, I called my mother. My mother was the protector in our home.
Right.
So this is the analogy that I used with Jason yesterday. You got a father bear, you got a mother bear, you got a baby bear. When people come and they threaten their camp, it's not the father bear that rushes out first.
It's the mama.
It's the mother bear.
Always.
It's the mother bear.
protector.
It's
Yeah.
the mother bear. It's the mother bear.
So we need
that's
to bless
who
our
come.
women.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right, thank
Yeah.
you,
Bless the
sweetheart.
women. Bless the women.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir. Listen,
That's
we
right.
wanted to talk about a few. Thank you, friends, so
We're gonna have to
much.
Thank
get
you,
Senator
sweetheart. Thank
Robinson
you.
back
Yeah,
on,
we gotta
'cause
have
Yeah.
Senator
You're
Robinson.
welcome.
In
You're
fact,
welcome. Barbara, I will call you.
Okay.
one of our co-hosts didn't show up, so I would like for you, if your schedule is available next week, to come back next week,
Okay.
because this is Women's History Month. This is Women Appreciation, so this is going to be part 2, and we're going to talk about. She just came from a convention about the marijuana industry that we want to talk about. We want y'all to know,
Absolutely.
because it's so important. It would heal so many wounds and so many problems here in our city if they would just legalize
I
it.
just spoke to 4,000 Native Americans in Las Vegas who just came back this past Monday and talking about the opportunities in
That
the
are
cannabis
there.
industry. and I'm on the board of one of them, so we need to actually.
Oh, well, next week, y'all don't want to miss it. We're going to still be talking about women, so get your questions and your 411 together so you can call in. You've been listening to Patrick Henderson's Meet the People. Thank you, Lamitra in Texas. Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Professor Robinson and Jason and Doc. God bless. Have a great one. We'll see you all next Sunday at 3:30 on WWIN. God bless. Have a great week.
Love you, Fran.
Talking the day, soul at night.